why should I give a damn?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the next story I want to talk about is a couple. The man was 99 years old and his wife was 96 years old. And he pretty much started going through some old letters. And he found out that his wife was sending letters to a man and had a whole affair 60 years ago. He then goes and files for divorce at 99 years old. So it brought me to this question for everybody is, what is the statute of limitations on cheating when you're in a relationship or you're married or whatnot? Like, if you were to find out your significant other has cheated, let's just assume everything is good. Like where you're at now, you're good. Y'all got good communication. Y'all done grew up together. All sorts of shit y'all done got past. You have the ideal relationship right now. Everything is what you want. Y'all done grew up together. Y'all relationship has gone to a point where you finally got it to where you wanted to have it. And then all of a sudden you found out she cheated on you 25 or he cheated on you 30 years ago, 40 years ago. Y'all been together 50, 60 plus years. What's the statute of limitations for you guys? Or there is none? If you find out there's cheating, it's over. You're like this dude. You could be 99. It's over. Breezy?
They're 99 and 96 years old. I am not about to stress myself into cutting my life short. I'm trying to hit that 100. So if I was upset, I might just be petty for the next couple years. If you just had an affair, you fucked a couple times, that's 60 fucking years ago. Like, you too old, you can't even think back that damn far. How you gonna get that mad? Like, if I found out if you had like a 10-year affair, I would be pissed. I would be petty. But it's 60 fucking years ago. Like, I just keep thinking.
Another thing is we don't know what was said in his letters and shit, because she could have said some shit like, can't wait to give you some sloppy toppy. Well, I don't think that was a term back then. Can't wait to give you some messy fellatio when I see you. The whole time she ain't giving him nothing and shit. So you never know. It could be a situation where you talking all this shit to him. You don't even talk to me like that.
As long as we've had 11 past 60 years, I wouldn't give a fuck.
So 60 years is
that's just too far. The statute of limitations for me is 10 years.
Okay.
Oh, that's
a decade is reasonable to be able to forget. Yeah, but mind you, it's if that decade's been a good decade though too.
But does it change if you find out or he tell you like, I gotta get this off my chest? It's 10 years. It's 11 years. He just tell you. Y'all in Jamaica on a random trip. Are you laughing, drinking pina coladas, or you gonna be mad? Because it's after 10 years.
Or would you respect him more if he just let it go? Like, baby, 10 years ago, I slipped up. Does he get more points for turning himself in?
You do, but I don't think he turned himself in. I think she found some letters, or he found some letters. So.
Yeah, there's a reason for it, essentially. Yeah.
I wouldn't give a fuck. I'm not stressing that. I'm not finna let that kill me at 96 years old.
Fuck around. Okay, so I have no statute of limitations. This man is just like me. I would immediately get rid of her ASAP. 99 years old, finding out my bitch cheating on me. I'm about to fall down to my knees in the senior citizen home. I will be completely
and break them
distraught.
and die.
The kids, grandkids, they all got to know ASAP. All the hatred is just going to build up from those years to now. The only thing that's stopping me from putting hands on her is the fact that I'm 99 years old. Because ain't no way you about to be disrespecting me all these years. Because if you know, that means other people know, and motherfuckers been smiling in my face for decades. Ain't nobody done
Not
said
necessarily.
shit.
It could have been one rendezvous.
With
a random coworker.
She's saving letters. It was more than one rendezvous.
But I don't think she was.
Probably got hit in the back of a Buick rendezvous.
She was in the side.
A tryst is a tryst. If you know what that means, it's just a romantic getaway with somebody that's not your person. That's completely disrespectful.
You don't own them though.
Yes, I do.
But you know all that.
My wife.
But you know
my woman. That's possessive. I owned them.
My slave.
Exactly.
That's what the white man said.
Yeah, that's a synonym for a woman, in my opinion.
What?
She's somebody for you.
I know you got. I know your wife gonna hate this. Your wife gonna hate you talking like this.
Well, I mean, I don't call women slave. I would call her property, because I do refer to my homeboys as the owners of their girls. Because let me be clear, because a lot of women don't like the way I say things. A woman is an object, but she's essentially like a priceless object, something to keep to protect and to hold very dear to you. Compared to all the homes and cars and shit that you got, your woman will be the most important object because she's the thing that you can use to keep your lineage going.
What?
That's how I explain it, and I will not be changing that.
No,
in
you
the
ain't got to
future
change
let,
nothing.
whatsoever.
let me ask you this question then.
What's up?
What do you
Have a wife.
does she
or a
know what I'm
girl.
saying? Does a woman, let's say you
That
have a woman,
nigga
does she
done-
look at you like, are you her property too?
No, I'm her owner. No, I'm her man.
Okay, you got it. You got it all
You can do
backwards.
Listen,
Are
if-
you
if
white?
you
I'm
allow-
trying to
Or
figure
is
out.
this sorry, is this a real girl or a girl in the metaverse? Like what?
girl in the metaverse. Well, we could. Okay,
You talking about
so-
real women? Or you
Okay,
talking
so how
about
about
like?
this? We can make things
the
a lot
chat?
better. I would consider myself an owner. She's my property, but if it
What?
would make her feel comfortable when we're doing BDSM in the bedroom,
Oh.
perhaps then calling me the owner versus her
Okay,
being the
that's
property
fair.
would be a lot better. Would do you think that would be better?
I
Just
mean-
BDSM? No.
That's
okay.
an agreement.
I think
No,
you're.
no, no.
I think you're a bit insane,
A bit
but
insane.
just a little bit.
That's what's up. That's
Can you be
But
a bit
I-
insane?
Yeah.
I think once you're in the deep end, you're in the deep
I'm
end. I don't think it's
never
in the-
property. Yeah, you're far in the deep end. But
One day.
we're gonna keep going.
But I mean, a lot of that though, I think a lot of what he's speaking of, I think
Women
he-
are cattle, pretty
I
much.
think it comes down to the traditional beliefs.
Yeah,
He's just
pretty
saying it in a blunt way. That's all it is. But if you think about it, that is what traditional marriage is. Like
Yeah,
you
in
do treat
fucking
a woman.
India where they shit
I'm
and
saying-
piss on
no,
their
no,
wives.
even
But
in-
he said it like the
even
teacher
in
from
Property.
Terminator. It was just like a robot.
Not in
But
America.
I'm saying
We
if
are
you
here
look
to
at if you look
function.
at Christian marriage, like if you look at how these white women act out in these Christian homes or these Catholic homes, they act like slaves, like that's in the
we went
culture.
from
They cater
submissive.
into-
We went from being submissive to slaves.
No,
Okay.
no. I'm saying I'm not saying that that's what they are, but I'm saying once you put the slave or the ownership word, it sounds bad. But if you take it and put submissive, they're doing the same shit. You're just switching the words up. So I understand. So I don't agree.
Do you think that would change for the right woman?
What do you mean?
This your standard of like maybe she doesn't have every check. You seem very like you want to concise, like you want what you want.
Yes.
If you have 5 checkpoints, and she only has 3 of them checked off, would you be able to change that for the right woman, or are you stuck on you have to be this? Because I get what you're saying when you.
I'm not
strip it
saying
down.
you're not letting Ruby Rose be property. I'm
I
sorry.
will be. Well, I have no problem.
Mike Regal scoffed at Ruby Rose, so maybe my standards are a little low. Maybe I like scum buckets.
She's
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 a
like
fucking
Ruby's
hoe. I
night
like
check.
Ruby Rose, but she definitely selling pussy.
There's no problem. That's hilarious.
She is. I fuck with Ruby though. She's beautiful.
I wonder what the price is.
But I'm saying-
But specifically, I have no problem reaching a consensus because that's what a couple does.
Okay.
Because as I do believe that a man's first counsel should be his woman. That's the first person that you go to talk and discuss things. I say property because that's something for a man to protect, like you protect your home, like you protect your car and all that. It might sound off because it's coming out of my mouth, no homo.
Pause.
But
Yeah, thank you.
like I have 2 different phrases. I say men should be dominant and agreeable, and women should be submissive and breedable. And we talked about that previously. A woman should be submissive. She doesn't have to be like a kitchen slave or a servant, but she's underneath her man and she's doing what he says. Breedable as in she's keeping her body in good condition, pristine condition. The man is dominant and agreeable. He's dominant, he's a leader, and he's in charge, and he's agreeable, meaning he makes valid points whenever he speaks. Because if you're a man and you dominant but you're not agreeable and you're not making valid points, then you're really just an oppressive abuser. You're just a nigga that's talking, but he ain't talking about nothing. If you're a woman that's breedable but not submissive, you like a lot of hoes out here. You cute as hell, but no nigga can get along with you. So you have to keep both of those things in check. I believe in complete masculinity and complete femininity. I don't think a man has any sort of femininity within him because a man is supposed to love his woman and his children.
And you saying all this with a TLC, chili, fucking overall set on with all the masculinity shit. You got a waterfall.
Looking fine as hell.
I'm not even really trying.
Fine
I'm not
as
even
hell.
trying to roast you, but I'm like, this nigga really got a TLC SWV overall set on top of
Looking dominant and
masculinity.
agreeable, yeah. I do not look submissive and
Dominant and-
breedable in
No,
this shit.
pause.
I don't look
I'm not-
submissive and breedable.
I don't know about breedable.
I mean, you make a few points, but I do feel like now like the roles that have changed a little bit. That was back in the day where men were working the 9 to 5, bringing home the bacon, and women were at home taking care of 10 kids. Like I think now the roles are a lot more interchangeable.
Now
like
it's women with like 5 or 10 kids with no nigga.
right
And
because
it's rough. They needed to pick a good man at first, then they would have had that. I understand that there's still we live in an age of 2-income households, of course. But at the end of the day, the man should be the one in charge. Because, we hear this situation a lot. If it's nighttime, y'all hear a noise, it's the man who has to investigate it. A woman can do whatever she wants, but that does not make her mine. Because when you're in a relationship, there's different rules to follow and to fulfill. But once you start breaking rules, you're just on your own. It's like me. If I'm doing what I'm doing, acting like I'm single, obviously you can't really claim me.
Do you use frozen peas or a steak?
Nigga, what? What the hell?
That's just a question. Do you use frozen peas or a steak?
For what? Like, what am I using them for?
When their head is lumped up after you discipline them.
Oh, okay.
Fucking
Body
dead.
shots, only body shots.
I will say this.
Damn.
I will
Hey, whoa.
You can't see them when they outside. You
This
can't
nigga
see
said
it on
I'm-
the face. Body
Dude,
shots.
I was interested to see but I will say this though. I can respect your point of view only because you hold yourself to just a higher standard as you hold a woman.
Yeah,
a lot of these people-
massa.
Yeah, I mean,
you go.
there you go.
Can I
Even
get something to eat, massa?
Right. Even though it's
gonna
gonna
be
be
Bishop.
very hard, I feel like it's gonna be very hard for you to find a woman that's gonna get with that type of program
very
today.
hard.
Because most women today, as soon as you say anything involving ownership, master, anything, it's over. They not fucking with you.
You
But
want women or
You
just
can
black
find
women?
some white women
I
for
would-
sure.
I would-
black
I
women,
only mess
white
with black
women,
women.
like I said, white women is gonna go. Oh yes,
I
master,
didn't-
yes,
I didn't say
daddy.
white women. I just said.
I said white
No,
women.
no,
I was like,
sister.
can you find them or are they just?
As soon as you
taking
said
black?
property, you lost me.
Yeah,
Shit.
but yeah, property. Yeah,
I've been tuned
You
out
might
since
lose-
property.
Bree,
I ain't
but
even
Bree,
gonna
you
lie.
right. But girls probably property, but you got a random nigga that fucked 8 years ago that you hate name tatted on you. So you was somebody property at one point. So
There you go. You got branded. You got
Bitches
branded.
get branded.
Not I.
Right.
Said
And-
the
and-
Niggas
cats.
get branded too.
and like I said, that's why I said I don't
Bree,
mind
your
him.
baby
having-
daddy name is somewhere.
Not I, said the cat. I ain't got shit tatted on
What's his
me.
name?
She was
Pure
smart. She was
pure
smart.
melanin over here, baby.
But I will say this, and like I said, I'm glad he has that high standard because
Serious Bree.
too often you got guys
Lay the law
that want
down.
to have all this submissive ass talk and they want to lay the law down, but they shit ain't together. Like most of the time when I hear dudes talking like how he's talking, they don't they don't have the aspect of the guy part. They have all these expectations for women, no expectations for themselves. Most of them are mid-level drug dealers, SoundCloud level rappers. Those type of niggas be having these high ass expectations. But at the end of the day, if you're in a position where you grinding, you respect, you hold yourself to a high standard, and you have this standard, then I mean, eventually there will be a woman that fits that. But it's gonna be tough by you, bro. Yeah, I wouldn't use the word property or master on the first date. That's a word of advice.